In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the Sciencedirect Database, which you can access via the library homepage at uah.edu/library. So, the first thing you want to do is go to the library homepage and take note of the navigation tile at the top of the screen. If you click on Articles and Databases, this tile will take you to a quick start menu as well as a means on the left to navigate by college to get to your resources. Now, Sciencedirect is a science resource, so we're going to go down here into the science column and navigate over to any of these subcategories such as atmospheric science, biology, chemistry, or space science. Sciencedirect is located here. If you hover over the link, you'll see a brief description about what's in here, why you might want to access, as well as an indicator that says FT, which means full text, meaning most of the content in here will actually have a PDF or some other document type for you to read. Now, if we click on it, we'll get a pretty minimal interface, but the main landing page here is meant to get you to a search feature. So you can search by keyword, by author, journal title, and so forth. There's also a means to quickly get to their open access content, which open access is a subject we cover in a different video, but Sciencedirect has a wealth of openly accessible free content out there from peer-reviewed journals, so I encourage you to look at them. If you click on this, you will be taken to a portal here to browse over 250,000 articles hosted on Sciencedirect that are open access. You can view them by journal type here, by the open access journal directory, or look at other sort of initiatives, Elsevier, which is the publisher of Sciencedirect, the host, other initiatives that they're involved in. Back on the Sciencedirect homepage, if you scroll down beyond the search screen, you'll notice some subcategories that you can browse by. These are meant to represent major areas of study, such as physical sciences, engineering, life sciences, and so forth. So let's say we click over here on the left on Earth and Planetary Sciences. Takes a minute to load sometimes, but give it a moment. Once you get here, you can do some things that are very helpful in terms of sorting content type and being able to control what you're actually viewing. So what I'm seeing here now is a list of physical sciences and engineering titles. If I expand this little button here, I can see that I've selected Earth and Planetary Sciences. And if I expand that further, I can see all the areas that I could either deselect or keep checked so that I could search within them. This area is going to be covering things like atmospheric science, geology, geophysics, oceanography, and space and planetary science. So this is a good source for your Earth and planetary science peer-reviewed journal content. On the right, you'll see a listing by title, which some of these you'll notice these little boxes next to the book or journal title. A little white box here means that we do not actually subscribe to it. Orange or yellow will say open access. That means you can read it, it's free. And sometimes you'll see a little green box or a green and orange box, meaning that we either subscribe to it or we both subscribe to it and some of it is available for free. Air and Space Europe here, for example, has a green box indicating that we actually pay for the subscription access to these titles. Now, if I click on one of these titles, let's go back to Air and Space Europe. When I load this journal, I'm going to be able to view quickly various issues available to me in PDF format here. I can go on the left and sort by issue or volume and read this way. This is a good way to browse a journal, but it may be not the best way to actually search across many journals at once, right? So if I back up here to click the Sciencedirect button at the top here. Let's say I searched for, let's say, gravity. And I hit search. And here you're going to see the default to all access types here on the upper right. This is everything. It's going to show me things that maybe we don't even pay for access here. So we need to filter that. But you'll notice each of these will have a PDF as well as an option on the left to sort further by publication type or title, to hone in on certain topics and just say maybe we just want the journals. I do recommend focusing just on the journals because most of the content we get from Sciencedirect our journals. So you may be able to cut out some of the books that we can't actually access here at UAH. So if I go over here to my access box, I can click that and view everything, or I could just select the open access titles. Right now everything looks pretty good, so we're going to stick with this. It says I'm entitled to full text. When you go into these titles, you'll see a very similar layout, which is one handy feature about Sciencedirect. Again, everything in here is peer-reviewed, so you can trust it, and it's easy and intuitive to navigate between journals on Sciencedirect because they're laid out the same. You'll get this nice technical scientific writing format, abstract, introduction, methods, lots of graphs and tables and references, getting down to some multimedia perhaps, and then most of the time closing with a references and conclusion panel. So if you need a good example of a technical paper, what a scientific paper should look like, this is a good example. Also, it's a great place to get these peer-reviewed scientific case studies. So remember, if you have any further questions about using Sciencedirect or other science or space science resources that we have access to here at UAH, remember, talk to one of your librarians. We're here to help.